Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about different types of sampling methods. What is sampling? Sampling is the process of collecting a subset of people, objects, or items from a population. And such collected data, which we call a sample, may be used to estimate a characteristic of the population. So, what are some ways of sampling? Let's find out. One sampling method that's easy to understand is systematic sampling. In this sampling, what we do is that we choose some starting point from the population, let's say the second man from the left, then select every kth element. Here, we are going to select every third person from the starting point. And we have our sample. Even though systematic sampling is easy to implement, the sample can be really unrepresentative of the population when there exists some kind of a pattern in the list. For example, let's find out if a lot of people like wearing green shirts from this population. If we switch the position of these two ladies from the previous list to create a pattern and obtain the sample in the same manner as before, then our sample consists of all 4 people wearing a green shirt. That's obviously misleading. A sampling method that's easy to understand is simple random sampling. In simple random sampling, we select a sample and elements at random from a population so that every possible sample of the same size n has the same chance of being selected. It's easy to see what this means with an example. Let's say we want to pick a sample of 2 people from a population of 6 people. What we can do is that we can write the name of each person on a piece of paper, then put the papers in a hat and shake it. Next, we draw 2 names from the hat without looking. So this is our sample. Even though this method can be tedious when sampling from a large population, we still want to learn about this because it's the basic selection process of sampling and can be part of a more complex sampling scheme. Oftentimes, people use random number table or generators or other technology to get a simple random sample. Before we continue to talk about the next sampling method, please take a second to subscribe. Your support is really important to me. Next, let's talk about stratified sampling. In stratified sampling, we split the population into subgroups, we call this strata, with the same characteristics. Then draw a random sample from each group. For example, if we want to survey 9 students participating in a math competition, we first split the students into 3 strata, red team, blue team, and yellow team. And we randomly pick 1 or more members from each team to survey. So that's our sample. One good thing about stratified sampling is that we are guaranteed to get some members from each subgroup in the sample. In simple random sample, we can't guarantee that because it's possible to get a sample of 3 students with no students from the yellow team. Another sampling method that also uses subgroups of the population is the cluster sampling. In this sampling, the population is split into subgroups. We call this clusters. We randomly select some clusters and select all members in this chosen clusters to be our sample. In addition to the sampling methods that we have just talked about, here's another one called convenience sampling. A convenience sample is one that's really easy to get. For example, someone doing a survey just asks questions to nearby people. The sample may potentially be biased because it's possible that the sample that we get do not represent the population at all. You probably have been seeing another type of sampling really often nowadays, which is called voluntary response sampling. As its name suggests, people can choose whether to be included in the sample. A good example is that people call you and ask you to do a survey. And of course, you have the option to participate or not to participate in the survey. We'll talk more about statistics next time. Stay tuned. If you like this video, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos to others. I'm Wilson. Thank you for watching. See you next time.